I feel it again. The pull to the light. Supreme Leader senses it. Show me again the power of the darkness. Show me, Grandfather. And I will let nothing stand in our way. Show me. And I'll finish what you started. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Jedi Dragon video. Today, we are going to be talking about my grandfather. Just kidding. Today we're going to be unboxing my nemesis in the next movie, Rey. That's right. Black Series Rey number 44. And it's wave 12 in the Black Series line. And I finally got the Last Jedi version of Rey. So, back to it. Okay, so here we have the usual Black Series box that all the Black Series have been shipped in. Got the picture of Rey right here. Got the Star Wars logo and Black Series logo. Down here you have Rey, Jedi training, and have it in another language, and the warning label. Got the Hasbro logo on the side. You got her name again. And over here, 44, number 44 in the line. And the back, you got the warnings, the unreadables in different languages and stuff. You got a description of her character. And that's about it. So let's crack her open, shall we? Might want to be careful popping this out because she comes with her blaster, and when I first opened it, I went to go pop it out and it flew across the room, and I spent like 10 minutes trying to look for it. So when you pop the blaster out, just make sure that you just try to be careful when you pop it out of the package. And here she is. So let's get down to the articulation first. Actually, first I'm going to review the accessories. She comes with her blaster, and as you can see, pretty good sculpt, really good job, a lot of detail etched and embossed and engraved, and pretty shiny too, so they did a good job painting it. And the famous Skywalker saber, and it's one piece, by the way. The blade doesn't come out of this one, but there is a D-ring on the bottom of the hilt, so I don't know what that's for if the blade doesn't come out. Maybe it's just the basic sculpt for all the lightsabers that they use, just so they don't have to use a different sculpt. They just use the same one for the one-piece sabers as well as the ones that come with the detachable blade. So I don't know, maybe that's why. Maybe it's just cheaper that way to keep one basic sculpt molding for every lightsaber piece. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Down to the detail here, we got, could see the I don't know if you guys could see it, but there is a They actually painted the red button on the, and they got that painted. Don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. And the gold strip in the elongated activation bar, there you can see the gold. Don't know if you guys can see it that well, but yeah, I can see it using the front facing camera of my phone here, so I apologize for the lack of quality on the camera here in the video. The front facing camera doesn't have that much high of a megapixel, so the rear camera's a lot more better quality than this one. Here we have her staff. Really nice sculpt. Different from the last one, from the previous Rey from Force Awakens. The sculpt for it was really, really horrible. But this one is really done well. I thought that Hasbro did a very good job on this. They did a really good job. The detail is a lot... sorry for shaking here. The detail is much better this time around, and the strap looks more realistic, not that bulky crappy strap on the last figure, but this one is done very well. You have a couple spots of black paint on the strap, but other than that, that's about it, and that's not really a big deal at all. Just, you know, if you have any paint that is this shade of color, all you gotta do is just go over it a little bit. Sometimes there's mistakes done in the you know, figures and accessories sometimes, so sometimes you gotta touch it up yourself. If you know, if it really bothers you that much, you can just touch it up. Some people do washes on like droids and stuff to make them look more dirty and realistic, a little bit more worn down. I know the BB-8 unit that came with Rey from the Force Awakens line of Black Series figures, the one complaint was the one BB-8 from, I don't know if it was the first release of Rey or the second one, excuse me, but the head was dirty, and the body of his the ball part of his body was like clean, and it looked you know, not so dirty, and you figured the body would be more dirty because he rolls around on the ground, and you figure his head would be clean, but they had the head of the body was touched up to make it look dirty, and the ball part was, you know, clean, and it didn't match, so it was two different tones. So plus the paint app on her face on the Rey figure herself was really horrible. And there was problems with the eyes, the lips, and some of the paint apps on her hair sometimes got on her face, and it looked like she had mud on her face or whatever. You know, it just wasn't up to par, really. And her outfit looked too clean, in my opinion. It looked, you know, she lives on Jakku, and she's a scavenger, and it's a desert planet, so figure she'd be more, they would make her look more realistic, and, you know, put some kind of dirty wash over her torso and body and stuff, but they didn't. Made her look too clean, in my opinion. The paint app was horrible on the face, but this time around, for the Last Jedi Rey, this one is done very well. I do have the Force Awakens Rey. That was a Kmart exclusive that came with the ice base for Starkiller base, this display. I do have that for comparison, so after I'm done reviewing this one, I'll do a comparison so you guys could see the difference in the which there is a big difference, by the way, between the two. I really like the sculpt of the hair. This hairdo, just her in general, the way she looks in the new movie, her new hairstyle, I really dig that. That's really nice. She looks very, very beautiful like that. the face, the paint on her, the way they did her face and the sculpt and stuff is really good. I mean, look at the detail on that, and it's not two different tones either. See, for the Force Awakens Rey, her face was like really pale, and you can tell it was sloppy paint too. So yeah, and then it was a different tone, and then the plastic for her body, her torso and stuff, was a colored plastic, like the skin tone plastic, and the head was, the face was painted, and it just didn't look right. It really didn't look right at all. This time around, though, they really fixed that a lot, in my opinion. This whole line of figures that she comes in, there's Thrawn, Vader, Luke, Kylo Ren from the new movie, Luke from Force Awakens, the ending, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and a Stormtrooper. The Stormtrooper and Vader were repackaging of the 40th anniversary, and I got those both. So I will do a video of a full collection of my Black Series figures, and so stay tuned for that and look forward to that coming up. Let's get down to it, shall we? So her head is on a ball joint. It looks down, doesn't look up because the hair kind of hinders that in the back. But she can look down quite a bit. Her head goes down. You got 360-degree turn. And the arms, got the shoulder joints that go all the way up. Well, not really all the way up, but straight out, 90 degree. The sculpt on the shoulder and that stuff kind of hinders the up and down movement of the arm, but goes about there. You got 360-degree turning on the shoulder and the elbow. Very good job on the sculpt to make her arm bend quite a bit. The wrist, you got side to side movement on the wrist, and her hand also turns 360 degrees, and this is her lightsaber holding hand, so that's her grip hand. The other arm, same range of movement, except for the hand is the blaster gripping hand. Also looks like a force choke hand, or like she's using a force or something. This wrist has up and down movement, and same with the other hand. It turns 360 degrees as well, so that's good. And again, you got the same range of movement on this arm as the other one. See, this one actually goes up a little bit more than the other arm though. And the torso, you got a ball jointed torso, so it goes down a little bit and it goes back just a little bit too, and not so much side to side. And then when you get down to the legs, move this out of the way. I really like the material they use for the cloth pieces, the skirting around her legs. It's really flexy, and it gives her a lot of range of positions to pose her in, so that's good. Get down here, you got the legs spread out quite a bit. So you got that. She doesn't do a full split, but almost quite. And how are you going to pose her in a split, really? I mean, you're not. It's not like you're going to pose her in a split anyway, so that doesn't really matter to me if the figures do a full split. But and here you got turning on the upper thigh movement, double jointed knee, which goes pretty almost flush with the upper thigh, so you see that. And calf, no movement there. The ankle It's on a rocker. You got forward and back, and then you got side to side. You got the ball hinge. You got the ball hinge like a rocker joint, pivoting. You can pivot the foot around. I broke my ankle. The other leg is the same, by the way, too. So, yeah, there you go. Last Jedi Rey. And I really like this figure a lot. I really do. My brother got me this for my birthday, which was September 30th. And I really enjoy this figure. She can be posed in many different ways because she comes with 3 different accessories: her gun, the saber, and the staff. So you could, you know, you could put her blaster in one hand and the saber in the other, and wrap her staff around her shoulder. You could put the blaster in her holster. Actually, I forgot to mention that and show that to you guys, but sticks in there pretty well, pretty tight fit. So that's cool. No hook on the belt though for the saber, but why would you when the blade doesn't come out anyway? So you could put the blaster in her holster, have her hold the lightsaber and the staff in one hand, or you can put the staff around her shoulder, just have her hold the saber. And what I like about this is you can have her hold the saber using 2 hands. So that is awesome. And let me just show you guys that real quick. So you can put her hand up here. This is her right hand, by the way. And her saber gripping hand can go on the bottom. And now you can have her hold it 2-handed. So that is awesome. You can have her in the pose that she was in the end of Force Awakens. So yeah, that is really, really awesome there. Like I said, yeah, you can pose her in many different ways, not only because of the articulation, but because of the accessories. So, for instance, you can have her just hold her staff. Let me get this in her hand real quick. And then you can have her lightsaber off to the side. And her gun off to the side, or you can have her gun in her holster while she's posed with the staff. So there's so many different angles and directions you can take with this character, and so many different ways to pose it. So that's cool. It comes with multiple accessories this time around. The first Rey from Force Awakens that they released didn't come with the lightsaber because that was a spoiler. They didn't want to spoil anything. They released the second one that did come with the lightsaber. At first she just came with her staff and BB-8. Then she came with her staff, lightsaber, and BB-8. This one I thought should have came with BB-8, but it didn't. For the people who don't have the other Rey to have BB-8. But I think they should release a Poe figure for The Last Jedi from the pilot outfit he wears in the movie trailer that was released on Celebration. And that would be cool if they come out with the pilot Poe Dameron from the new movie and have him accessorized with BB-8 and his blaster. So that would be cool. They should do that, I think. Just so you can get BB-8 in the new line as well if you missed out on it. So I think that would be cool. So Hasbro, please, if you're listening, do that. That would be awesome. Also, if you're listening, Hasbro, you did a very fantastic job and knocked it out of the park with this wave of figures. Like I said, I was going to do a comparison with the Force Awakens Kmart exclusive Rey, which I have right up here. And as you could see, really good sculpt on the head. It's just the paint was a lot better than the single carded figure from Force Awakens. That wasn't the this is the Kmart exclusive. Comes with the base, which is right here, and it's got the holes to put our feet in. It doesn't stay very well. You really gotta work with it. But yeah, I really like this one a lot better than the single Rey. But this one was done pretty well too, so I had to force her to hold the lightsaber with two hands. It really doesn't work too well, but I had to force the arms a little bit. With the new Rey, you don't have to force it at all. It's meant to hold the lightsaber with two hands. So the posability on the new one is a lot better than the Force Awakens style Rey. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little video there. There will be more unboxing and reviews on other Black Series figures. So stay tuned for that, and may the Force be with you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, share, and like this video, and watch Jedi Dragon's other videos as well. And if you want to, tell BB-8 to hit the notification bell icon so you can be notified for any upcoming videos of Jedi Dragon. May the Force be with you, and stop holding my hand.